Okay, Monday morning in the kingdom, and yes, the sun is shining. Yes, it feels warm. All right, the weather network says it's +9, but feels like +8. Yes, I can feel the heat on my face. Yes, and on the yo-yo scale, that's +50 degrees Fahrenheit, but feels like +48. Oh, I'm confused this morning. I can't even read my writing. It must have been because we were playing pirates yesterday. Yes, we played pirates and we made a mess of the yard here, kind of, sort of. So that'll be today's project, is to landscape this, all right? We've never really done much in the yard. We just keep throwing more stuff on and drag it this way, push it that way. You know, we're not, how would you say, operators. We ride the cat. Yes, and also too, Amazon accepted the print book for living remote. Yes, so that makes it a lot easier for people. They don't have to download it as an ebook and then print it off. They can purchase the paperback book, and Amazon will deliver it right to your doorstep so you can use it to start the wood stove. Yes, pretty smart thinking, eh? All right. Hopefully they use flammable paper. I don't know. We don't go for the fancy designs or anything like that because you got to keep the cost down because people can't afford anything these days. You know, this world is all screwed up. People are basically, barely able to buy groceries and stuff. But the fees, the handling fees, the service charges are unfreaking real. On the second page of my remote living book, or living remote, it documents what the cost is for freight up here. Like unreal. Like $235 base price for the shipping, and then there's $240 worth of service fees. Yes, unreal. Okay, enough. Okay, we got that. Yeah. All right, let's scroll this way. All right, so we're gonna have to move those vehicles today. The staff is coming over this afternoon to ride the mini hoe. She's got to do some hoe work down there because we got to get ready for the winter. The cat trains. Look at that clear skies. Oh, unreal. The sun is coming up in the east, which will soon be over there in the south because winter's coming. All right, the yard's looking good. Hopefully this week we get this all finished out, clean up this wood, all this crap, and then we can be ready for winter, which could come any day now. Unreal. So we're going to have a parade here soon. Oh, look at that sun. Everything's looking good. But it'll be a short intro today because we're going to be on the equipment. Oh, that peanut butter was good. I got the burps, yes. And I went to bed early last night. I wasn't staying up late to write a book. Oh, these burps are killing me. Oh, I better not say that. I'll be filming my own demise. All right, I better go. Here comes the boss.
Monday morning in WHO-ville, and the fog slowly rolling out as you can see off into the distance. No sun yet, so hopefully it'll be a good day today and no rain. Now it's time to head inside and let the dogs out and make breakfast. I'm not going to record much this afternoon since I have to go to the kingdom after lunch and have a big day there, so let's get going. I spent my morning making Chicago fry bread for the dogs in the kingdom. I used the oven, so it warmed up the house. The sun finally came out as well, so it'll be a nice afternoon when I head on over to the kingdom. Now it's time to bag this up and make lunch.
Okay, lunchtime in the kingdom, and we're going to be full staff today. Yes, we're going to have all the sandflies. Yes, probably 1,000,001 as the co-workers, and the staff will be on the mini hoe. Oh, I got to adjust my glasses to glare. All right. So we have the big D69U cat with the blade on the front at over 12 feet, and we're not using it. Yes, we're using the tiny TD6, the IH cat, for doing the gouging. Okay, that's the only blade in the kingdom that has a cutting edge on it. All the other cats have shoes on the bottom so they don't cut. Same as the D6. Okay, we can plow along plowing snow because we do more snow than dirt. It will not cut in because there's shoes on the bottom or wear plates, all right? So this little blade here on the communist cat, which used to have the Lynn tractor V plow, has the cutting edge fully exposed and it gouges in. All right, so we'll scroll this way. Oh, that sun is bright. All right, I'll walk backwards. Let's see if we can do it. See if we got talent. All right. So what we're going to do before I fall down is we're going to try to landscape. All right. What I was doing there is I'm cutting it this way and I cut it that way. All right. Because these blades do not have an angles or degrees or philosophies. Okay. You can't sit there with your joystick and twist it to the blade angles. You got to do it old school. Cut it. Work it. All right. So the engineering on this project is by blue. Yes, blue. Blue. Yes, we're going to be engineering with blue. So what we want is the water to run away from the shop to go out that way. All right. So we've got some piles put up here. The staff will be here this afternoon. We'll move the equipment. Seeing how our life evolves around the flags. Yes, the flags. We're going to make this smooth right here. In theory, it could be rough. All right. And as a disclaimer, do not attempt this at home. We are not trained professionals, okay? We do not operate the equipment. We ride it and hang on for dear life and hope for the best, all right? I'm not an operator. Problem we'll have today is there's going to be rocks and more rocks. Probably about the same amount of rocks as sand flies. So as you can see, I was cutting it down, all right? And to get the blade to cut, I have to lift the front of the cat up a bit, and it gets the perfect angle for getting under the rocks, okay? So that is an operator's error. You're not supposed to have the front of the cat in the air, but who cares? We're getting this project done. We're not bulldozing dirt for 12, 14 hours a day. Like we bulldoze dirt maybe twice a year. All right, because the communist cat was last used back in May, I think it was. We were landscaping, all right. So that's the thing. There's a disclaimer. This is how not to operate the equipment. All right. The staff will be on the hoe. Okay. She'll be riding on the hoe today. She has some rocks to gather. Yes, we want to get the cat train trails ready and the back of the yard cleaned up and ready for the cat trains because that's where we have fun. Yes. Well, I better go have some engineering design beverages. And then this project will go smoothly.
After lunch, now it's time to head to the kingdom and see what's going on today. I also have my dad's supper, bread, and the Chicago fry bread that I made this morning. He's going to have chicken. We got a couple of those left, so might as well treat him with that. Now let's get going. At the kingdom, and we're moving around vehicles, getting ready to do some landscaping. As you can see here, it looks pretty rough. We have to move all this dirt and gravel down across over here, so we have to move these vehicles out of the way. And then once that's done, I'm going to head behind the new shop here and play in the gravel and dirt with the mini hoe.
Okay, it's going good because we don't know what we're doing, but it's kind of smooth, but we got rocks and more rocks and frickin' wind. Unreal. So that's it for the cat here. Now I'll go down and help the staff with the rocks down there, and then we're going to pull the drag through to make it smooth, because that's the only way we know how to work with rocks. Look at the flags go.
Now I'm in behind the kingdom working on the little ramp here. As you can see, I have to get all these big rocks out of the way so my dad can come down with the cat and completely push them off, and there'll be a nice straight slope down. So let's get these rocks moved. Not sure how much of this you'll be able to hear, but now that we're done with the ramp behind me, I'm down here pushing these big rocks off to the side so we have more room for the cat trail. Some of these rocks are too big for me, that's why my dad's down here with the cat so he can push the bigger ones off to the side. So we're just going to make a pile here for now and then move them over. That way we can come down here with the cat's big turn and make it back out of the yard without getting stuck or hung up on any rocks this winter. Well, that looks a lot better. Got most of those rocks out of there and it's a lot flatter. Now we can drag it to smooth it out. As you can see right there, we just put all the rocks up against the side. We can also use those to make the ramp come down this way. Well, that didn't take long at all and I was able to pick out all the rocks here. I even went around the corner and pushed all those big rocks off into the bush there. This is looking a lot smoother. Now I'm just waiting for my dad to bring the drag down. I can hear him, but I can't see him.
Okay, let's take the 41 Chevy out and go pull the drag. You can hear the staff off in the distance with the mini hose. She's riding it and getting that landscape down there. All right, let's go have some fun.
Made it back up to the shop, just waiting for my dad to come up with the drag. I got a few videos of him going by, but let's see if we can catch him with the mic. Not sure how much you'll be able to hear with all this wind, but let's find out. Sure is dusty out today. Just did a POV of me in the 41 while my dad's dragging it. Not sure how that video turned out. I was sitting on a milk crate bouncing all over the place. Guess we'll find out when we look back at the video. Oh, that didn't sound good.
Starting to run good.
Now.
I remember that junkyard motor, everything's loosening up.
Now it's time to get on the loader and pick all the rocks from Dragon here. He turned up a bunch, so let's get picking. Riding down on the loader to go dump all these rocks. Picked up most of them, so that's good. I'm sure more will turn up that we'll have to get. He's not going very fast. I can stand here no problem, as long as he doesn't hit the brakes. Well, done for the day. Now it's time to grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville. Look at those flags blow. It sure is windy out here today. Coffee time, and I just got back from the kingdom. This is the temperature we're sitting at. It's 22 degrees Celsius, which is 71 degrees Fahrenheit. There's a bit of a wind. At least the sun's actually out for once, and I didn't have to wear my sweater either. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, and end my day.
Okay, that turned out pretty good. It's kind of flat. We got some dippity-doos in there, but that's normal. We are not professionals. Okay, so this turned out rather well. Hopefully the water will now run away from the shop doors and flow this way, or it might just backflow into the shop. Who knows? Who cares? We're having fun. We got to run some equipment and stuff like that. All right, let's go see what's wrong with the 41 Chevy 4x4, why it was over revving. Okay, on the 41 Chevy here, this is a junkyard motor, okay? It was in the scrap pile for 25 years and then we dragged it out. It started, it ran, so we put it in here, okay? And today, this motor actually had power. So I'm beginning to wonder if the hydraulic lifters weren't, hydraulicking. So we used the heat gun, or the temperature gun, the laser, okay? And found that the back two spark plugs were cold. They were at 79 degrees. Everything else was nice and toasty warm. So I'm beginning to wonder if this thing didn't all of a sudden get high horsepower because it was a dog. We thought we were going to have to change out this automatic transmission because it has 3,000 high stall in it, and the gear ratio. I thought we were going to have to go for the 4-speed with the granny lower, where they call it. So I'm wondering if this thing did not hydraulic, or the hydraulic lifters kept the intake valves open so this thing would over rev, okay? Because that thing was revving out of control, okay? So that's my thinking, like the Detroit engines, when the injector gets stuck, they run out of control. So that's what this motor did on the last trip with the staff inside the cab, okay? So I'm wondering if that's what happened, because when I started it up after it cooled down, it was kind of running normal, but it had a miss, okay, the back two cylinders. So I think tomorrow when it cools down, we'll check these lifters to see if they are set wrong, because if the lifters weren't full of oil, then I was tightening them down, and then when they got full of oil, it opens the valve too much or whatever. So we'll look at that tomorrow. Okay, the problem we had with the TD6, known as the Communist Cat, because when we got it, it only turned left, so we got the name Communist Cat. This track became loose, all right? So we played with it in the mud in May, and we had troubles with the track, okay? But anytime I was backing up and turning, I'd keep an eye on this track because it was jumping off, and you can see it's low. So we always pressure wash and everything like that at the end of the season. This one got abused throughout the summer. Well, didn't get anything, all right? So now we see the problem on what happened to the track today, or back in May. But it was all full of mud in here. So the wooden top roller has given out after 20 some years, okay? It broke away back here. I don't know if you can see the hole. So then the track was loose. So that was just jumping around. And then when I was backing up, it was jump off the sprocket here. But we also use these sprockets with the slot in the center. I mean, idlers. Oh, I better have another drink. Okay, I don't know if we got enough talent. Okay, the idler here, we prefer this one. It's got a slot in the center here. I don't know if we can see it. Do we have enough talent? So that way, if the track is jumping off, it gets in here, so you have a chance to correct it. But it's all on sound. So when you're working the machine with your earplugs in and you're moving around, you hear a certain sound, you know it's the track. So just drive forward and it'll reset. So that'll be the project before winter. I think we have new top rollers in stock in the shed, or the IH trailer. We'll have to check and see. All right, let's get done today so we can call it a day, because that beverage has been tasting good. Okay, 5 o'clock in the kingdom, and we're quitting on time today. We don't care what the boss has to say. We worked hard today. Plus my butt's sore from riding around on that cat, wiggling and jiggling, okay? All right, so we have everything lined up, and that's a lot better now. It's nice and smooth. All right, look at the flags go. They're all tangled up. And that'll be me later on after I have a few more drinks. All right, let's go walk the dogs, make a video, and drink some beer. Yeah, we'll talk to you guys later.